Yo, Yamabuki, it's coincidence meeting you here. I never thought I would meet you here. He was Fujishima-kun, a handsome guy with a bad personality who attended the same high school as me. A rich boy, he looks down on me, who is brought up in a poor fatherless family and keeps bothering me. The reason why he does this is because of me. His grades are ranked second in school. Fujishima-kun is a boy who wants to be the best in everything. He is the most popular boy in school and has excellent athletic skills, and his parents are rich. I was particular about being ranked as the top in the school because I'll be exempted from tuition fee if I stay as a scholarship student. Today, I was going to meet and greet event for my favorite idol. Did you force yourself to buy a CD? Is your family finances okay? I know that. Due to the influence of the new virus, the bar your mother works for is operating under reduced business hours and she's not making enough money. You must be having a hard time. Now isn't time for you to be here and shaking hands? You should be working hard doing part-time jobs. I do have a part-time job. This meet and greet event ticket was given to me by my best friend Shinya. Well, you poor Nerdicon. You were so lucky. So, who is your favorite? Who do you like in Kano? Hiro-chan. What? Your favorite is Hiro-chan? You know, if you dare to touch her even a little, you'll be forced to be replaced immediately. I wouldn't mind it. I'm inspired by her singing voice and her smile. I study all the time, so my only encouragement is when I see her on the TV occasionally. Poor guy. That's why I hate poor people. You can't even buy a poster. You can't even buy a CD. You can't buy goods either. But unlike you, I'm investing a lot, you idiot. I'm a lot of better fan for Hiro-chan than you. I'm a fan she would want to cherish. Fujishima and I lined up next to each other. I waited for my turn. Fujishima went first. Then, it was my turn. Well, Hiro-chan looks very sophisticated and feminine. But rumor has it that her meet and greet is not very good. I mean, she has an unfriendly attitude and ends up handshaking for after a little bit. But, for handsome guy like me, who's investigating on her, she should treat me like special, right? On the other hand, you'll be replaced right away. You wear clothes that people can immediately tell that you are poor. A dull boy with dull glasses and with messy hair. You'll be replaced right away for sure. Eventually, our turn came around, but I did not go as Fujishima-kun expected. I bought a lot of his CDs. I bought 1,000 CD which all had the same song on it this one time. Isn't that amazing? That's why I would appreciate it if you hold my hands longer, just for me. Hiro-chan muttered and closed her eyes. And immediately, she let go of her right hand that was shaking his hands.
Next person, please.
She said that without a single smile. Oh, hey! It wasn't me who was replaced in a second, it was Fujishima-kun. I was wondering if she would respond to me in the same way, but it was different. Holds tight. My face turned red enough to blow a fire. She held my hand with both hands. She held my left hand, and I'm left-handed. What is this? Why? Why only him? Isn't this wrong? Is that special treatment? Why is she acting so special towards such a nerdy fan? Let's go quickly!
Shut up. You should keep your mouth shut.
With a sharp stare, she glared at Fujishima-kun. Fujishima-kun was frightened and couldn't say anything.
Wait a second. I have something I want to give you. Well, it's just a piece of paper though.
She made me grab a piece of paper that was falling into a small piece. Then, she stood up and whispered in my ear.
Will you call this number? Next time we meet, let's meet at a different place. See you.
Seeing the sense, Fujishima-kun looked petrified. Hey, what did she give to you? Show it to me. Fujishima-kun was looking closely. He was desperate to take up something that was clenched in my left hand. Stop it! I wanted to protect her contact number at any cost, but he took it away. I lost by force. Me, who was only studying all the time, my grip strength was too weak, and it wasn't comparable to the handsome guy who was part of the soccer club. Got it. He looked happy like an elementary school student. Fujishima-kun ran away with an important notepaper. I chased after him to try to get it back, but I was slow. I couldn't get back from the fast-legged Fujishima-kun. The next day, when I went to school, Fujishima-kun was grinning. I called that phone number and she said it was okay to go on a date with me. She tricked by my imitation of your voice. I pretended to be you and made a phone call. It turned out that we'll be meeting up at the movie theater. I have no choice but to do mischievous stuff to her by taking advantage of darkness in the theater. Hey! I meet up with her at the movie theater this Sunday at 2 p.m. I was speechless. I didn't know her contact information if I wanted to help her. Where is that movie theater? Huh? What would I tell you? I won't let anyone get in the way. Don't you dare come. The proud-looking Fujishima-kun went away as he had won. There's no way to contact her. I'm in trouble, I thought. The one who will be going will be Fujishima-kun, not me. I hope nothing happens, but while thinking so, it was when I tried to change to school slippers at the shoebox. Russell. I felt strangeness at the tip of the left foot. When I turned my shoes upside down, a piece of paper fell out. When I unfolded the paper, a phone number, waiting for your call. This was written on the note. I'm ashamed to say that, but I don't have a cell phone, so I'll call from the phone when I get home. After returning home, I nervously made a phone call. I wonder if it will connect. Hello? I heard a beautiful voice from the phone.
Hey, you had the contact paper taken from Fujishima-kun.
Hiro-chan? Wait a second. Hiro-chan? Are you perhaps in the same school as me?
Yes.
Did you come to school today? And did you put the paper on my shoebox?
Yes.
Is Hiro-chan a girl I know?
Yes.
There isn't a girl in the school as cute Hiro-chan with the silver hair though. There'll be room immediately if that was the case.
I'm not going to school now, but I was there about 4 months ago.
Then...
Thank you for delivering the handouts, and also for bringing me study notes for studying too.
Oh, you were Majima Mahiro-san, who was disliked by beautiful blonde delinquent was constantly harassed by them.
Thank you so much for coming to my house so often.
Oh no, I was a class representative, so the teacher told me to look after you.
Anyways, let's get to the main subject.
Eh?
Let's go on a date. Let's go to the movie theater this Sunday.
You promised with Fujishima-kun this Sunday, right?
I'm not going. I won't be the one to go. My manager, who loves men, a macho handsome drag queen, will go to the theater instead of me and will adore him a lot.
For a moment, I was worried about Fujishima-kun's safety.
About tomorrow. It's been a while since I took a day off from work, so I might go to school. I couldn't study well, and I was ridiculed by a group of smart girls. But the notes that Shinji-kun gave me, which summarized the main points of grammar and mathematical formula, was easy to understand. And when I used it to study in between work, it got a little better. Tomorrow, there will be a regular examination, right? I have to test my skills. I made my hair blonde and I can disguise perfectly, so I don't think anyone would realize that I'm a hero.
I'll be waiting at school.
Yeah, wait for me.
She came to the school the next day, as she said she would. But Mahiro came only for 1 day. But Mahiro left a great result. The result of the regular examination came out and was posted in the hall. She beat Fujishima-kun and scored second. I was number 1. She was second. It was a result that showed that nobody could call Mahiro stupid anymore. Time passed, and it was Sunday. When I went to the movie theater, a neat girl with a silver hair was smiling at me. She wore a hat and was hiding her face.
Well, let's go in.
After watching a movie, the two of us would enter the coffee shop. It's amazing to think you're an idol. What's more, you're a very popular national idol. Plus, you're the cutest in the group.
Thank you. That makes me happy.
She continued.
I didn't have a place at school. I was lonely at school. I was made fun of because I couldn't study. I was a delinquent and no one came near me. To be honest, I really wanted it. A place where I can shine.
I see.
Oh, but I don't think anyone will be looking down on me anymore.
The day after I had that conversation with her, TV reported that Hiro-chan, the leader or the face of the idol group Candle, suddenly declared a hiatus. The reason is apparently because she wanted to graduate from high school properly. Monday, A week later, Hiro-chan appeared at school. Her hair was blonde, with flashy makeup, and that's not Hiro-chan. She's dating me. On the other hand, Fukushima-ken apparently had a terrible experience at the movie theater last week. I asked jokingly, how was Hiro-chan to him? He was upset saying, I don't want to remember it. Hiro-chan wasn't there. I was done various things by a man who wasn't even Hiro-chan. Time is passing by. Hiro-chan and I graduated from high school with no problems, and Hiro-chan returned to being the idol. On the other hand, I got a job at the company, and a few years later, I'll be marrying an idol. My name is Yukito Hondo. I'm working at temp work at Apple Company. My life plan was to get a full-time job at a large company. Well, in other words, I failed to find a job. For women, it seems to be a glamorous and admired workplace. But for me, it was just a company I was assigned by a chance from a temp staff agency. I try to be diligent, but I make a lot of mistakes or I'm careless because I'm not into fashion, and it's hard to fit in at the workplace with a lot of women. I seem to call it as an incompetitive nerd behind my back. I drank at the cheap bar to release my daily frustration. Not feeling very drunk, I stood up, worrying about the next day's work. On the way home, I saw the woman crouching down, looking sick. All the people on the street were passing by her. I could have done the same, but somehow I felt I had seen her face somewhere before, so I called it out to her. Are you okay?
I feel sick.
I think I recognized her from somewhere. Was that someone I met at work? She's an amazingly beautiful woman, and I'm sure I'd have an impression of her, but I can't remember. Did you drink too much? From the looks of it, I was probably right about drinking too much. I called a cab and put her in the back seat. Can you tell me your address?
I can't. Please let me stay over at your place.
No, that's a little bit. Wait, are you asleep? Hey, getting a drunk person alone on this taxi is a little... okay. I had no choice but get into a taxi and take her woman back on her my house. In hindsight, I probably should have left her to the police, but I was also intoxicated at the time and not in the position to make normal decisions. Please take off your shoes. I'm going to take your bed like this, okay?
Huh? Do I undress in bed?
Wait! Don't take your clothes off!
But this room is hot.
I'll turn on the air conditioner now.
I can't sleep without a hugging pillow.
Hey, don't cuddle. I will sleep on the sofa, okay? In the end, I managed to put her to the bed. I wonder if she remembers this disaster tomorrow. The next morning, the drunken beauty woke up and, as I expected, extremely surprised at the situation.
Huh? What? Where am I?
Good morning.
Why?
I'm sure you're surprised, but please listen to me first. I told her what happened last night. So, I'm sorry to surprise you by bringing you into my house.
I'm the one who should apologize for bothering you, Yukito-kun.
Huh? Did I tell you my name?
What? Didn't you help me because you knew who I was?
Sorry if we met somewhere. I can't remember.
I see. I thought we finally reunited. You're kind to help a stranger.
No, I just couldn't leave you alone.
Could you give me your contact information so I can thank you next time?
No need to thank me.
No, I wouldn't be satisfied by that. I'm Fujishiro Kanon. Next time we meet, you better remember me.
Fujishiro-san forced me to exchange contact information with her. Then she left the house in a hurry as she had to go to home once before going to work. I hurried to get ready for work too. While working at the office, I noticed a stack of fashion magazine on a nearby desk. To my surprise, Fujishiro Kano was on the cover of the magazine, who was at my house until this morning. What? This person...
What's wrong with the president?
A female employee at the desk said, President?
By any chance, Honda-san, you didn't even know the president of the company you were working for? That's why you're said to be incompetent. Uh-oh, I mean, I didn't say anything.
I actually didn't know, so you're right, I'm incompetent.
Kano Fujishiro is a very popular model who is also the president of the fashion brand. That brand is this company.
That must be why I recognize her. I must have seen in a magazine or TV or something. I mean, what? Did she know me because I was her employee? If that case, it's like I've been incredibly rude to the president. What if she terminates my contract? Despite my concerns, Fujishiro-san contacted me later that day. She asked me to have dinner with her to thank me for letting her stay. I took up on her offer, thinking about I should have met face to face and apologized.
Thanks for coming today. To tell you the truth, I was really nervous if you would come.
More importantly, I didn't realize you were president of the company I work for, and I'm so sorry.
Yukito-kun, you work for my company?
What? You didn't know?
I have a lot of employees, and I'm not only the president, but I'm also busy modeling and performing, so I can't keep track of everyone.
Then, how did you know about me?
Yukito-kun, you really don't remember me, do you? We were in elementary school together. And, Yukito-kun, you are my first love.
Huh? Being said that, I vaguely remembered. Indeed, I think there was a cute girl I was close in elementary school.
Yukito-kun, you moved away before we moved up to junior high school. So that means you don't remember the promise you made with me, right?
Promise? I'm sorry.
You said we could get married when we grow up.
What? But even if that were true, it was in elementary school.
I was serious. I have always liked only you, Yukito-kun.
Wait a minute. I'm confused about a lot of things.
Don't you like me?
I don't hate you, of course, I don't. But, frankly, I'm very happy she likes me so much. But, the difference we had with the time we haven't met had bothered me a lot. I'm just merely a temp worker for her company. But, in the end, we started dating because of Kalon's enthusiasm. She was a very nice girl. She didn't seem to snub her nose at being a famous model and president, and when she was with me, she seemed like a normal girl her age. But when we walked around the town on a date, she was hiding her face with a hat and sunglasses, and yet people on the street were still glancing at her and gossiping about how stylish and beautiful she is. And people would also make comments like, "The guy next to her, is he her boyfriend? No, of course not." Well, I could understand how they would feel like that way. Another day, when I went to visit Kalon's house, it was a spacious and stylish apartment.
I made your home-cooked meal. How do you like it? Here, Kal.
Oh, delicious! Cooking seems to be her weaknesses. I hope I won this one. But it's amazing. I, a temp worker, would never be able to rent a room like this.
You can think of it as your home. Come visit me anytime.
As a man, I feel a little bit complicated, though Kanon told me so while offering me a duplicate key. After dinner, Kanon sat on the couch watching a movie, sticking close to me and spoiling me.
I really feel healed when I hang out with you, Yukito-kun. All the tiredness from work goes away.
Yeah, I'm very happy too. Those words are not a lie. However, the hesitation of whether it is really okay for her to be with me remains in the corner of my mind. Then, one day, as I was working on the computer, I was yanked in the arm by a female employee who had a furious expression.
Hondo-san, we don't have much time. Just come with me right away.
Yes, but I'm working midway.
It's the president's order.
When I asked her what was going on as we moved, she told me that this had happened just a few minutes ago.
The model for the photo shoot for promotion of the new men's clothing is suddenly sick. What should I do? What? That's the one that was extended once already, right? You can't move it again, you know. But there are no models available for a shoot right now. How about using Hondo-kun? What? Hondo-san? But he doesn't look like a model at all, you know? Using an employee who is closer to the consumer as a model might be more effective at advertising rather than using a professional. Besides, he definitely looks handsome after brushing him up. I'll try, if President says so. That's why. Come on, Hondo-san. Let's go to the shooting studio.
In no time at all, I was made into a model and the shooting really began. As a result, the promotional photos were unexpectedly very well received. Sales of the new men's clothing are apparently good as well.
Hondo-san was actually a very handsome man when he is properly dressed up. The president has good eyes. I can't believe she realized that Hondo-san is actually a good-looking as a model.
The employee got a taste of it, began to use me for promotional photos, and I began to do photography work in addition to my office work. And I left the company. Gradually, modeling jobs started coming from companies other than my own, and it became difficult for me to manage both. As I became more serious about modeling, I became more popular.
It turned out just as I hoped. I thought that Yukito-kun would be better suited for this job than doing office work in a plain outfit. Because you're really handsome.
Thank you so much. I don't think I would have chosen this path if I weren't for your encouragement from you. Canon?
I was only a trigger, Yukito-kun. It was all your talent.
Finally, I feel a little less ashamed to stand next to you, Canon. So, I kneel down and offer the ring in case to Canon. Kano Fujishiro, please marry me.
Of course, I'm so happy. So happy.
And so we got happily married. The modeling business and company is all going smoothly because of our efforts as a married couple.